Hello and good evening, everyone. We are here on day three of the boot camp again, right? I would be glad if someone of you could please acknowledge in the chat box I'm audible to you clear and loud or not. Myself, Shabnam. I hope most of them are aware who have joined us here today. Okay, okay. I think I'm unable to see the chats. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, is Vinay sir here, sir? I'm unable to see the comments in the chat box. If you could help us out. Okay, I just troubleshooted for a moment. Okay, let me solve this problem of the chat. Just one moment, please. Since I'm not able to see your comments. Okay. Okay, would request you a moment of time, please. Just a moment of time, please. To see me, and are you able to hear me now? Okay. Oh, okay. Fine. Okay, am I audible now? Just a moment, please. Just a moment. Okay, fine. So we are ready to go here. All right. The class yesterday I was talking about, we were talking about data type in SQL as well as for other variables. Okay. Vinay sir, my voice is echoing back to me. That's the reason I'm unable to speak. Guys, just give me one moment of time. Again, please. Regret for this troubleshooting. Just a moment, please. One more time. Am I audible as well as visible? Okay, fine. So here we go. Yesterday we were talking about, correct, the data types and the different variables. Just put it up, just to put it up together. Data types were nothing but the type of data a column can hold, and variables are nothing but the containers to hold the object or to hold the information inside. Right? Okay, fine. All right, all right. I can see many people are asking here how to download SQL, how to install MySQL. I think we have sent you one Word file containing all the installation steps as well as the download link. Okay. Okay. Sir, I think I'm facing the same problem again. We are so sorry for that. Vinay sir is here. Sir, my voice echoes back to me.
Yes, ma'am. We will be looking on it. Just a moment.
Yes, sure, 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 sure. Okay, okay.
You are on mute, ma'am.
Sir, if I unmute myself, sir, if I unmute myself, my volume is echoing back to me.
Understood, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. That's the reason I'm unable to speak myself and understand. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Hi Shabnam ma'am, we are live right now, right? Hello,
Yes, yes, Sandesh, we are.
we are live.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
can you just
yes.
Shabnam ma'am, can you just mute that YouTube studio? Is it like still echoing? Can you share your screen, please?
Okay, okay. I unmuted, sir. Is it fine? Am I
Uh,
audible yet?
yeah.
Am I audible
Can
now?
you just yeah, you're audible. Can you just share your screen so I can see
Sure,
what?
sure. I think so. The problem is gone now. I'm not able to hear my echo back. It's fine now. I think
Oh,
so. But I'll, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Then,
We are
thank you,
ready to
ma'am.
go. Welcome. Thank you so much, sir.
Sorry
Fine.
for the inconvenience
It's
happened.
okay.
I
Fine,
think
fine.
we
It's
have
okay.
96 people right now. So stay here, guys. We are starting right
Okay.
now.
Okay, fine. Good evening once again, students. Okay, fine. Without wasting our time, please let's begin with the agenda of today. So, here we go. Okay, let me share my screen quickly. And I'm expecting many of you, in fact, all of you should who are attending our session today must be present with your MySQL installed on the system. All right, for the chats that I read, those who have not yet received the installation process file, okay, I'll look into immediately after the class today and make sure that you receive it by the end of day or even earlier. Okay, fine. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Right, so here we go. Okay, fine. My screen sharing is on. Let me share agenda for the day today. Okay, as we had already mentioned yesterday, that today we are going to learn CRUD, CRUD in MySQL. All right, fine. This is day three, and we are learning CRUD in SQL. It's very interesting, and once you get a grip on CRUD, once you get to control the gear of the CRUD, you will feel the entire MySQL is in your hand. It's as easy to cut a piece of cake. All right, so please let's begin. Okay, C for create, R for read, U for update, and D for delete. And all that we will do throughout the session today is we will see CRUD working practically into action on MySQL Workbench. Okay, any of you who remembered what was Workbench that I used yesterday? Would be glad if you could answer to me in your chat box. Okay, did you remember the concept of Workbench? Yeah, I'll make it full screen. I'm going to make it full screen. Okay, since I'm going to switch to Workbench, that's the reason I did it. All right, anyways, Workbench was an interface of MySQL to create a table as well as a database. All right, so here we go. How to launch MySQL Workbench? We are beginning with CRUD operations now. All right, we are beginning with CRUD operations, and keep posting us in the chat box anything that you are not understanding, anything that you want me to repeat. Okay, would be glad if you're working simultaneously along with me in your systems in MySQL. Yes, take it. It's a MySQL workbench. Okay, fine, people are answering here. Okay, so here we go. This is for me MySQL installed. Okay, and under MySQL we have workbench here. Okay, as again we had discussed yesterday, MySQL is account protected application. To enter into MySQL and to start creating table, inserting and storing data, we first need to log in. Right, वो आपको पूछेगा who are you. Right, for that purpose we had to create a connection with username and password embedded in. Okay, though I'm not creating a new connection, I shall be using the one that I created yesterday. But for my friends who are new today, maybe if you have not attended the last two classes, it's very easy. Still have a look. See, you just have to click on this plus sign to create connection that will contain login detail. Enter the name of the connection. Say my name is day 3. Username root that belongs to administrator. Test connection. It will ask you to enter the password. 1234 is my password. You will be entering yours. Once it acknowledges that connection made was successful, you can say okay, okay, and the connection is here. Right, the moment you click your connection name, you are all set to go, and this will be my SQL interface in front of you. All right, once again a repeated point before we start with create operation of CRUD, create table, we first need to create a database in MySQL. Okay, my question to the friends present here. Guys, did you remember database in MySQL is also called as? We use one special term for database yesterday in Workbench. Correct? So databases are also called as? Okay, fine. That is the query. Okay, I think listen to your heart. He says use database. That is a query to use it. Fine. Many people have answered here. I'm glad to know that Jatin has answered. Navin Durga has answered. That is schema, and many more are in fact answering. Okay, records are rows. The correct answer is a schema. So let's see it happening. Okay, in the left panel you will find that this is a schema, list of schema it contains. Right? Under the schema tab, we right click anywhere and we say create a schema. That means create a database. Okay, let me name my new database as say student database. I think I already have it. I am not aware of it. Okay, I already have it. No problem. So let me call it as student new. Okay. All that you have to do is click on apply. Again, apply without changing any default setup here. And finish. You will find your newly created schema in the list of databases. That is student new. Although it's a blank database, it doesn't contain any table. Now we'll go to this database and use it to create a table. Is that clear? I'm closing this tab is not required. Right now, where my cursor is blinking is a query editor. It is here we write our SQL queries in MySQL. Am I right? If you remembered, queries are nothing but the questions which are raised against the databases. Okay, sometimes we ask MySQL to create a database, sometimes we ask you to delete it, sometimes we ask you to update it, to modify it. So these are nothing but the different queries which are executed against the database. All right, and suppose if this editor is not available at your end, आपके सामने अगर ये नहीं है, right, so you can always click on this first icon on the toolbar. Okay, create a new SQL tab and it will be here. Right, come on, let's be in our great energy to start with the CRUD operation, something that will give you a master control on SQL once mastered it. Okay, now before I use create operation of CRUD, people, we have to first specify the name of the database under which you want to create a table. Okay, somebody had already mentioned in the chat box, to specify the database you have to execute the query use database. Okay, database means the name of the database. So let me write the name of the database as student new. Okay, I want to use this database for my further operations to take place. Control enter is a shortcut on the keyboard to execute or run the query. If you're not familiar with the keyboard, you aren't comfortable, no problem. You can always use the button above here to run it, as I mentioned yesterday also. So I do control enter. And the green color check in the action box at the bottom indicate that there was no error in this query and it executed successfully. Was it right? Right. Just one moment. Coming to the chat box, checking if some doubt. Okay, I think people are well comfortable. Right, please post me your questions if any. Okay, show successfully then. Yes, Surender, correct. Okay, now let us see how to create a table under the database. Although we created a table yesterday, but that was only for one column. Today I create a student table in student new database comprising of 4 to 5 columns. Okay, so this is create, or this is the C of CRUD, that is create table. Okay, create table, the SQL query to create a table, and the table name. Okay, that those two are the keywords, people, those are the fixed word. To create a table you have to use them always in the query, followed by name of the table by which you want to create the one. आपको किस नाम से टेबल बनाना है वो बताना पड़ेगा. Right, so create table. Let me say table name is student, opening closing round bracket. This is the syntax of CRUD, C for CRUD, people, syntax of the create query. Okay, in the round bracket we create columns of the table, because one thing is very clear: until we create the columns, rows cannot be inserted. Rows are also records. Somebody had mentioned about records in the chat box. Is it जब तक column नहीं बनेगा, row insert नहीं होगा. Right? So let me first construct the columns in the table. Again, how to create columns? You have to first provide the name of the column, followed by type of data it will contain. All right, like student will have ID. Say ID is always an integer, so I write ID as 8. Okay, coming to chat box, is that clear? Column name followed by data type. Yes, Naveen, right. Many people of they are answering here. Good. Right. In fact, we have mentioned int today here. People should remember the ranges. We could have written tiny int also, small int also, medium int also. There is large int also. There is float also. There is a double also. Okay, but I have mentioned it int. Okay. Next, another column in the table I want is name of the student. So let me write S name. That means student name. Okay, but name cannot be number. Name has to be the series of character like Raj, Mukesh, Rajesh, Praveen. Am I right? Sunita. Right? So that it can be a string. The data type to declare in SQL and MySQL for string is varchar. Right? Hoping people have remembered yesterday. And those who are new with us today, do note it down, please. Varchar is a data type to declare column as string. And string itself is nothing but the character or series of character numbers, special characters like your email ID. And all. But do remember, string need to mention its length. So if this is varchar and I write 10, that means maximum length of name can be 10. Okay, the maximum length of data this column can contain is 10. Comma are the separators between different columns. And if you're creating more than one column, then you have to separate two columns by comma in between. You can consider comma is a separator between the two columns. Alright. Rest, next I want say address. So I write here address, which is again varchar. Let me write it 20, considering address is a larger string. And finally, I have a column here called as age, which is again an int. Okay, that's it. Let's create a table student with this four column: ID, name, address, and age. Right? Semicolon. Who will answer me very quickly? What does semicolon at the end indicate? Yes, Navin. Column name equates to field name. Okay, column name means field name. You are right. What if you specify name? String 10. Is it possible? Panchami, no, it is not possible because name is a keyword. Okay, name is a keyword. Let me show you how. If I write just name, look at highlights in blue. That means do not use it. It's a keyword. Everything that is highlighted in blue, refrain to use it. Okay, that means do not use it. That indicates it's a keyword. So I mention it better as name. Fine. Okay, let me execute this query. Some of them have mentioned in the chat box. Semicolon is to mark the end or terminate the query. Right? So control enter. Okay, it shows green tick. That means the query executed successfully. Okay, so this is C of CRUD, that is create operation in database. If this is create, let us see what is R in CRUD, read operation in database. All right, now whether this table is created also or not, how to verify? Open the table and check. Right, is my question clear to you? Table got created also or not, verify kaise kare? You open the table and check. If the table exists, it will open. If it does not exist, it will show an error, sorry, not found. Okay, DESC is another option, but that will describe the structure of the table. It will never show the data in the table. Okay, yes, Surinder Kumar, even you are right. Show tables will give you list of all the available table. Is it right? But I am talking specifically only about the student table. Okay, people are writing here in the chat box the different options how to verify it. Okay, yeah, see, someone has written here, use the select query as well. Right, so what can we do here is select. Okay, so when you try to read the data present in the table, we use select query, and this is our operation of CRUD, read. Okay, let's see together how to read the data present in the table. I know very well, like you know, this table as of now contains no data, and I want to show you how does an empty table, that is table without data, looks like. Okay guys, be in my rhythm, please stay connected, do not lose the momentum. Okay, the things ahead are coming more interesting. Select star. Okay, to what many people call it as star, in SQL, in MySQL, or in any other programming language, we call it as asterisk. Okay, so select star or select asterisk from student. Okay, asterisk means all the data from the table. Now, whether all the columns or all the rows, I keep this question unanswered. After some time, I'll come back to it and let me see you are able to answer or not. Okay, so select star. As of now, consider star means select all the data from the table. The table name is student. Correct. This is read, people. This is R of CRUD. That is nothing but the read operation. Control enter. Oh, lovely. You can see the table in the grid is open, but unfortunately, it is showing just the field names, ID, name, address, and age. But there is no record in the table form. Records are rows. I hope we understand. Is it right? Record is nothing but a row. So let us read the table one more time, but this time after inserting some data. Okay, how to do that? We have a query called as insert. Okay, insert is a PLSQL query to insert data in the table. Okay, so we say insert into, part of syntax, people. Okay, these two keywords are part of syntax of insert query. You like, you don't like, you have to use them every time inserting data or inserting rows in the table. Right, so insert into, आगे table name लिखना है. Okay, insert into table name. What is my table name? Student. Followed by last keyword here, that is values, means following values. Okay, again opening closing round bracket. This time in the round bracket, the values will go as a row, record of the table. Okay, but you have to enter the values column by column. Do not swap the column, otherwise data will be entered in the wrong column. Like if you write address first and name then, so address will go into the name column, name will come into address column. Okay, those who didn't understand, please look at happening in action. How? Okay, say ID 1, name of the student, for example Raj. Okay, why did I write number without single quotes, and why did I write name in quotes? Once again, if you could go back to yesterday and recollect, only numbers are inserted without quotes. Single quote is also fine, double quote is also fine. नंबर को छोड़ के सारा डेटा, किसी भी डेटा टाइप का डेटा, has to be enclosed under the quotes. Okay, so one which is ID, that was declared as number, hence no need to enclose one in quote. But Raj, which is string, declared of the data type varchar, needs to be enclosed in a quotation. Correct? So one, Raj. Next, address. Now I'm writing address in short. You want, you can write it in a full length. Okay, Siraj is from New Delhi. Okay, comma. Age, say age of Raj is 22. Okay, age of Raj is 22. Semicolon to terminate the query. Control enter, and you find the query executed. Look the line I'm highlighting in the action box. It says this one row has been affected, means one row inserted. Okay, the point which I mentioned might have confused you was this one. Say by mistake, if you write New Delhi first and Raj next, so query will still execute, but this time accepting address in the name column and vice versa, name in the address column. Of course, we can update and change it later, right? But in the first go, why to make it happen only, right? All right, fine. Okay. So let me make those changes back. That was one. I think Raj. Okay. Then he stays at New Delhi, I mentioned, and his age was 22. The query is already executed. Now, if you really understood every word I spoke, people who will answer this question very quick, how to verify that one row inserted in the table also or not? How to verify that? Yes, yes, my friend. Yes, you can insert multiple values at a time too. Okay, time permit, I shall show it to you that part also. Okay, listen to your heart. That's what your name I can see. Yes, yes, my friend. Yes, Soha. Yes, Soha, we can use double quotes also. Okay, many people are writing here, select star from table name. No, Navin. Other than the green tick, how should I verify whether the record is inserted or not? Have a look, please. Okay, so this is that query, select star from table name. Now I do control enter. Look, the table is opened one more time, but this time with one record inside the table. Is it right? One record inside the table. All right, fine. Okay, let me modify these values and insert row number 2. So I write 2. Name is, say, Mukesh this time. Okay, say Mukesh lives in Kolkata. Okay, age, say, 20. I do control enter and I repeat CRUD's R operation, that is read data in the table again. So control enter. The table student opens one more time, this time showing the 2 rows of the table. Okay, I need one or two rows more. So let me use number 3. Say this time not Mukesh but John. Okay, instead of Kolkata, let me mention the name as, say, Mumbai, and the age is 32. Okay, it's student table, right? I shouldn't use a big age. Right? Let me write the age as just 18. Enter. Okay, one more time, select star from table, and the table is open. Okay, now you tell me that question which I left it as unanswered. That means what should be star? All the columns or it selects all the rows from the table? According to you, the star in the query selects all the columns from the table or all the rows in the table? Yes, my friend, we can use double quotes. Yes, yes, Soha. Yes, yes, yes. Right? No, the answer is all the columns. Okay, people who are mentioning it is never rows. The answer is all the columns. Let's check it how. Okay, suppose instead of select star, this time I'm writing select ID from student. So what happens? Only ID column opens. That means that was a place of column name. Okay, instead of ID, if I write select S name, that is name of the column from the student table, so it just opens the name of the column or the column name. And if I select this way, ID comma name, then it opens only two columns from the table. But if you do not mention, you do not specify the name of the column, and you write just asterisk, that means all the columns from the table. All right, that means all the column. That means asterisk stands for all the columns. Is it right? Fine. Okay, if you want to select a particular row, then you have to mention it using where clause. Okay, about where clause, I'm going to talk in detail in day 4 class of our boot camp, but still have a look and keep an idea in short. Okay, select all the columns from student table where ID is equal to, say, 2. That means only where ID is 2, select all the columns. What will happen? So you will have record only of roll number 2 or ID 2. Right? So this is the way we can select only selected rows, but asterisk stands for all the columns. Is that fine? Okay. Any specific question in the chat box? Yeah, Raj. I think that's what I answered. If you want specific rows only. Is it right? If you want specific rows only. correct? You can also write where address is equals to Mumbai, right? Look, address is equals to Mumbai. Suppose I have one more person from Mumbai. Four. See, after John, there is somebody called as Jack also. Jack is also from Mumbai and the age is 18, 19, whatever. Okay. Check the student table. Okay. It has two records of people living in Mumbai, 3 and 4. Right? So if I write like this now, select all the students from student table where address is equal to Mumbai. For all my friends who are asking double quotes, look, I'm using double quotes this time for them. Double quotes. That is Mumbai. Control enter. Okay, so it returns me only those records from the table where rows are, where address in the row is a Mumbai, correct? Okay, fine, nice. So that was our read operation. Okay, instead of using where, I can use having. Yeah, you can use having also, but the two of them are different. Is it right? Two of them have differences in them. Mostly we will coming up to those differences in our day 4 of the boot camp so that we don't lose the control of the topic here. So read is nothing but reading data from the table. Of course, the table should exist for that. Okay, for example, if you do like this, select star from student 1. So there is no table called as student 1. The query fails, giving you an error. Table doesn't exist. I hope you got my point. Okay, table doesn't exist at all. Right? So we have seen C, that is create. We have seen R, that is how to read data in the table. Now U, it's a major operation. It stands for update. Okay, so let's see how to update the data in the table. Okay, I open my table student 1 again. All right, I can see Raj from New Delhi, Mukesh from Kolkata, John from Mumbai. But I realize by mistake I have written Jack's address also as Mumbai. He is from Chennai. Are you getting my point? गलती से लिख दिया जैक का एड्रेस मुंबई. जैक का एड्रेस शुड बी चेन्नई. So let's see how to update the data in the table using U of CRUD's operation. Got it? Let's check it out. Okay, so we write update, not insert, not create, but update student. Okay, divide the query into three parts. Update student means you are mentioning the name of the table to update. Okay, so question number 1 in the query, which table? Okay, question number 2, what to update? Okay, what to update? So how to answer that? Set address is equals to Chennai. Okay, what to update? Which table was the first question? What to update is the second question. ऐसे pieces में याद रखिए. So set address is equals to Chennai. The last question this query will ask you, whose whose data to update? Student is such a big table. For example, student contain record of Raj also, Mukesh also, John also, Jack also. तो address to be changed to Chennai of whose? किसका change करना है? Right? So we write here where ID is equal to 4. That means Jack's ID. Okay, you can write even where student name, where name is equals to Jack. That also would be fine, but there is a risk associated. IDs are always unique. It is possible there are two boys by the name Jack, so both's address will get changed. Okay, someone could acknowledge what did I say before I execute it. Yeah, Raj, that's what I said. Ma'am, if there are two same name, then what will happen? Is it right? In that case, that's the reason. Always make sure that you are using ID because IDs are always unique. Is it, for example, countrywide, there are many boys and men whose name is Raj, but of course, they won't share their Aadhaar numbers or PAN numbers or license number. So while updating the data, we will make sure that we recognize you by your unique IDs. All right, is ID used here with update as it is used as a key? Yes, Naveen. Although I haven't declared ID as a primary key, but I will be still using it as it to update it. Okay, how to declare primary key, how to declare foreign key, how to declare unique key. All these things we will be learning tomorrow once your CRUD operation is understood. Is it clear, Tejas? Yeah. All right. Fine. So update the student. Look, this is one part of the query. Help me. You also keep answering along with me. What does the first question ask? Which table? How have we answered? Update student. चलिए. Second part of the query ask what to update. In that table क्या update करना है? Set address is equals to Chennai. If I wanted to change the age from 19 to 29, what I would have written? Set age is equals to 29. And what is the last part of the query? Whose? Which record? Record or records? Right? If you are using some common name like name or address or something like that, there are chances multiple records would be updated. Alright. Therefore, in that case, make sure that you are using IDs. Okay, fine. Semicolon. Executed. Okay, I am in safe mode. Just a moment. Huh? Okay, guys, allow me a moment, please. I need to turn my safe mode off. Okay, just a moment, please. Okay, okay, almost you are ready to go. Okay, I would request people to ignore that. That was one of my issue. I was working under a safe update mode. That's a security option. Right? I run the same query again. Control enter. Okay. And it says me that one row has been affected. Whether it has been affected also or not, please run the select query again and check. It shows Jack address no more as Mumbai, but this time it is Chennai. Okay. If you could quickly have a look at my presentation. Okay, people, update operation of CRUD not only
Yes,
talks
it is
about
functional
update.
actually.
Oh, okay. That accidentally happened. All right. I'm sorry for that inconvenience. Here we go, please. Okay, I said that safe update option was my problem. Since I was working in some safe update mode, few queries are restricted to work in it. I have turned it off and I executed that update query which gave me error last time and it executed successfully. You can see the output as well. Jack's address is no more Mumbai, it is Chennai. Okay, let's try to do it one more time. Let's try to do this time with Mukesh. Say Mukesh is from Mumbai and by mistake I entered Kolkata. Right? So Mukesh is from Mumbai and by mistake I entered Kolkata. What could I do in that case? Update student, set address is equals to Mumbai, where ID of Mukesh is I think 2. Yes. You can see the green tick in the bottom. The query executed successfully. Once again, run the select query, that is read operation of the CRUD. Enter. Okay, Mukesh address has been changed from Kolkata to Mumbai. Okay, I would just have an acknowledgement from you in the chat box. Is that clear, guys? Okay. Ma'am, why using set if varchar not used? No, Konamki. Set has no relation with varchar. Set means what? That is an instruction to what to update. Okay, set is yes. Navin, you are right. Set is MySQL's keyword. Okay, set is MySQL's keyword. You look, what do I do? See, how do I work here? I just open my notepad and I show you. notepad and I show you. Okay. See how to do with that. We always have to write update and the table name. Okay, that is one part of the query. Set, this is question mark. You said na you want to update. So now in place of this question mark, answer what to update with the help of set keyword. Okay, set ID is equals to something, or set address is equals to something, or set age is equals to something. That will be the modification part. Okay, and the last one is nothing but where, whose. Right? So we have to specify the where condition here. Which are those records whose data you want to set or reset? Is it clear? Right? So basically, set is the keyword in update query to reset the data. All right, fine. Okay, let's go ahead, please. If you could see my PowerPoint slide, okay, I've clearly mentioned here update operation not only talks about update, but it also talks about alter. Okay, so in CRUD's U stands for update. Update has two meaning. Either you want to update the table or you want to alter the table. Okay, now clearly try to understand the difference between the two. Updating the table means changing the data in the table. Altering the table means changing the structure of the table. Okay, now what do you mean by structure of the table? Say now I realize I don't want age column in the table. Okay, the last column in this table is age. I realize I don't want this column. So you can delete it. That means you have changed the structure of the table. Instead of age, I want a new column called as marks. That means you have to add it. Is it clear? So let's see how to quickly do that. So what is the syntax of alter query? You have to write alter table and table name. Okay, mind you, if you can keep it noted, please do it. This keyword table was not required with update query, but it is required with alter query. Okay, alter table. You see, we never wrote here update table student. We directly wrote update student. But with alter, you have to write alter table, table name. And what you want to do, if you want to add a new column, so write add. If you want to delete a column, so please write drop. Okay, drop means to delete. And if you want to modify some column, you know, the address length I had set to 20. Now I realize the length of the address should not be varchar 20, it should be 40. So look, how will I do? Alter table student, modify address as varchar 40. Okay, I'm not running this query. Before running this query, I would like to show you the present structure of the table. So describe student. Okay, DESC stands for describe. Please note it down. This is a new query for the day we are learning. It will give you the description of the table. Okay, in fact, somebody had put it up in the chat box also. Right? All right. I think again I got my safe mode on. I don't know. Okay, I'll deal with that safe mode. For a time being, I ignore it. Can I? Right? I again having the problem with the safe mode. Just for a time being, I ignore it. All right. Let's come back to alter. Alter table student modify address where address should be varchar 40. All right. So you can see the query. This one executed successfully. The address data type has been changed from 20 to 40. That is length of varchar. Okay, since it's not a visible effect in the table, what can we do is, look, let me run the query again. Alter table student, this time drop. Okay, drop which one we wanted age to be dropped, right? Drop age. Okay, how to verify whether date age has been dropped or not? We have select query already up present. Let us execute itself. So see the new table that you find here. It has ID, it has name, and it has address, but there is no age. Okay, so if you want to add marks column in the table, we'll say alter table student, add marks. Of course, you have to add a column with the data type. as data type int. Run. Again says select, that is read operation, select star from student. Okay, we got a marks column as a new column in the table. Of course, it has all null values because we have already inserted the rows. And that column was never present when we inserted data in these rows, correct? Fine. So how can we do about it? To insert data into the row, we have to use the update query. Say update student, set marks as I consider out of 100, for example. Set marks as 78, or let me say 80, 70 or 80. Okay, set marks as 80, where ID is 1. Okay, run the table and see the marks for roll number 1 has been set. Okay, I just change this query again. Say marks set as 70, where ID is 2. Run the table and check. Okay, the 2 people have got their marks. Since this column was lately added in the end, we need to update the data one by one. Or even we can make it to run in a loop and update it all together. How to do that? That we'll see whenever we have time. Okay. Fine. I just gave you a possibility of that action which can also happen. Right. Similarly, I leave it up to you. You can update marks of roll number 3. You can update marks of roll number 4. So these alter and update together forms U of CRUD. That is update operation. Right. Fine. Anyways, coming to U. Right. What is the difference between null and space or zero? Okay. Space is data, Navin. Okay. Space is data because it has its own ASCII value. Zero is also data. Null means no data, blank. Okay. When some user leaves the field as blank, that is called as null. Okay. Even if you have entered a single space, that won't be considered as null because space still holds a value. I hope you say contact number 1, contact number 2. But I don't use second contact number. So I left the field blank. Is it right? Fine. Yes, Durga, I'm coming to drop and delete. Okay, Saket is asking me how to bring a new column which is a result of some operation in the column such as col1, CP, C2. For that, we have to apply the expressions in SQL. Okay, Saket, you are right. Okay, say I want to calculate profit after subtracting cost price from selling price, or I want to find out the simple interest as P into N into R. Is it right? So we can create a new column, but for that we have to understand how to write expressions. That's again very simple. You just have to use EXPR and insert the data into the new column. For that, we can also create views if you already have some knowledge of SQL. All right, please. अभी थोड़ा सा ध्यान दीजिए. Let's wind it off with D of CRUD. That stands for both delete also and drop also. Okay, let's see quickly what does it happen. We use delete when you want to delete the row of the table, and we use drop when you want to delete the complete table itself. Is it right? Let's see into action practically how does it work. Say I want to delete the record of John. Okay, I is for me, I think he is no more required in the table. We want to delete that record. So how we will do that? We just write delete. Okay, delete from student, where this is the syntax. Delete from, first write the table name, followed by where condition answering what to delete. Okay, concentrate on what I'm speaking. Delete from table name. So first answer from which table you want to delete, then answer what you want to delete. Okay, so delete from student, where suppose I write Mumbai, address is equals to Mumbai. Okay, I could have written ID equals to 3, so only John's record would have been deleted. Right? But if you write delete from student where address is equals to Mumbai, now there are two rows here of Mumbai, Mukesh also and John also. Okay, two rows would have been deleted. See, the action box over here answers two rows are affected. Now, if you run the query select star, that means read operation of CRUD again. Okay, this is how the table opens. Only ID 1 and ID 4, the two records are here. The records belonging to address Mumbai have been deleted. Getting it? Fine. So if I want to delete the row of Raj, okay, I can write like this: delete from student where name is Raj. Then it is possible if there are more than one Raj, everybody's record would be deleted. Or you can write like this, where ID is equal to 1. Okay. Again, execute the query, you will find it this way. Right? ID, name, and all. So only I think roll number 4, Jack, remains. Now, how delete differs from drop. Okay, so you just have to say drop followed by the table name, that is student. If you want to delete the entire table, not just one or two rows of the table, getting it? पूरा टेबल ही से आपको छुटकारा पाना है, डिलीट कर देना है. So you cannot use delete, you have to use drop, since drop deletes the table, whereas delete only removes or deletes the data of the table. Right? Drop followed by the table name. I hope you're getting my point. I don't know why it's happening. Okay, if again it shows me an action. Okay. Oh, all right, fine. Just give me last moment time. Okay, my safe mode is creating an issue here. If it happens, well. If it doesn't, I won't extend and keep my safe mode off for tomorrow so that this problem doesn't come and we don't spend time in troubleshooting. Okay, just a moment. Oh, I think I'm sharing my screen again here. In fact, there was no problem. I missed a word in it. Okay, please correct it, guys. It's not drop table, table name. You just have to write drop table followed by student. And the table has been deleted. Unfortunately, if you run the query select star from student again, okay, it says sorry, the table doesn't exist to open. All right, the table doesn't exist to open. Fine. Some of them are asking how to get this table back again. Okay, SQL provides some actions like rollback. Okay, in rollback you can get the log files that keep the copy of the table to get it back, but that can't happen all over again and again. It allows you that only one time. Okay, fine. All right, next. Oh, my screen sharing wasn't on. Did you see the table getting deleted? Somebody could answer, please. Did you see my? It's drop table name. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. I think the screen sharing got stopped. Fine. Anyways, this was a query. What the mistake we were making was we forgot to write the word table there. Okay, so drop table and the table name, and this is the query's result, people. It says the table has been dropped or deleted. After that, when I try to read the data from the table by saying control enter, it is not ready to run. It runs with errors here, saying that the table does not exist. I hope you got my point. All of us here fine. Okay, let's have a quick recap of the things that we learned. We started with the CRUD operation: create, read, update, and delete. How to insert values into a newly added column. Satya, I think I answered that using update query. Okay, using update query. Yes, Priya, delete star from can delete complete table. No, it cannot delete complete table, but it will definitely remove all the data, all the rows from the table. Okay, delete from student. You don't have to write star, you just have to write delete from student, and all the rows from the table will be gone. Is it right? Yes. How to recover the table we deleted? We can use rollback operations of SQL. Tomorrow, when you meet me, do Google something about rollback and come so that you have a rough idea about it. Okay, like we have an undo operation, we can have rollback. Okay, yes, Raj, the same thing. Okay, ma'am, how to turn off safe mode? Manjuna, this is the query to turn off the safe mode. See, this is the query. You just have to write to turn off the safe mode. You have to write set SQL save updates as 0. Okay, SQL safe updates as 0. For those who have installed MySQL and practicing these queries, and suppose if safe modes trouble harasses you, please turn it off this way. All your queries will start working. Is it fine? Okay, fine. Can we delete a particular column of the table? Yes, Suraj, I deleted the column. How? Alter table and drop the column name. Okay, drop followed by the column name. Can we delete a single column? Yes, we can delete. Okay, Durga, Suraj, I think we have answered it. Okay, you can use alter. All right, ma'am, what is this safe mode? Safe mode only allows you to run the limited queries, thereby ensuring that you are working in the most safe option or the most secure option, and nobody changes the data of the table. All right, that's the reason MySQL and SQL provides you the option of safe mode. All right, guys, fine. Students, some ma'am, can you share the SQL script file? Okay, that thing I can do. All the queries that we learned today, let me copy into Notepad and I will share it with you. All right, I can do that. But that process would take some time since I am into a connected class after years. All right, fine. Okay, it was nice meeting all of you one more time. I expect you all to please practice the correct queries on your system. If you have yet not installed, please install it. Okay, and for our all full stack programs of Let's Upgrade, please go into the description. Please watch the PPTs or the details that we have shared. Any of your queries, we are always answerable to. All right, fine. Okay, that's all from our side for the day today. Shall see you back again tomorrow. Okay, with new queries, new programs, etc. Okay, please. Good night.